Hi, I'm Jen Bluhm,
I'm Kaytlain Densford.
And I'm Dusti Houk.
and we have Chapter 5 on situational approach. The main basis for the situational approach is it's actually three-dimensional, and it takes the situation at hand or the goal. It also takes in the account of your staff's commitment and their competence. And you adjust your leadership style to balance these in each situation. What we'd like to do is we'd like to take you through each one of the situational approach strategies, and then we're going to show you short video clips that emulate each one of these clips. Then we'll take you through and connect that to educational leadership and discuss the pros and cons that are associated with the approach. Hope you enjoy. What is it? It is a three-dimensional leadership approach. However, this model only shows two of the dimensions. The third dimension is any situation that the leader finds himself in. So along the bottom, you see developmental levels. It goes from D1 in red, where you have the most support, to D4, where your staff members are already highly developed and they don't need a lot of your direction. On the other side is the amount of supportive behavior that you would give your staff. So again, on the low, on the bottom, and up at the top, high support. So when you put these two together, you end up with 4 different dimensions that you would switch your leadership style to.
As you can see in red, we have the directing approach, which is high directive, low support style. In the orange, we have S2, which is your coaching approach, high directive, high supportive style. In S3, we have your supporting approach, high supportive, low directive. And then finally, 4, we have the delegating approach in green, which is low supportive and low directive style.
We are now going to take you through each approach individually and tie it to educational leadership.
The first style, directing, as indicated by S1 in red, is a very high directive, low emotional support. The focus is on goal achievement and not necessarily the emotional support of your staff. This is where goal achievement is number one, and using this style, the leader is in complete control of what the goals are and how to achieve them. It's very common to see this type of leadership style in the military. So I'm going to be showing you a short video clip of how that looks.
Sorry, Duke, I had to do it. You was off balance. That's why. Did it hurt your thumb, Duke? I'll get you a bandage for it later.
What do you think you're doing? Did I hurt your thumb, Duke? What are you, Nurse Pyle, or Private Gomer Pyle, USMC?
Hey, Sergeant. You see, I was...
You don't have to tell me what I see, Pyle. I know what I see. You were playing patty cake when you should be at his throat. He's the enemy.
Duke? You see, Sergeant, that's just the trouble. I can't hardly think of Duke as nothing but my friend.
Suppose instead of thinking of Duke, you're seeing me.
Well, I think of you as my friend, too.
Come on, Pyle. Kill me.
I just couldn't hardly do that, Sergeant.
Simulate. It's for your own good, Pyle. It's your life or the other fella's.
Depends on who the other fella is, Sergeant.
He's the enemy. Get it? The enemy. This ain't sportsmanship. You don't ask questions. You got 2 weapons in your hand. A blade for slashing and stabbing, a club for pounding and smashing. Now come at me, Pyle, with a slash. Come on. And when you do, let's hear it. With each stroke, give a holler. Now come on.
Ah!
You couldn't scare a bunny rabbit with that. What's the matter with you knuckleheads? You learned all this in...
As you can see by the Gomer Pyle video, he is more focused on the goals at hand and not necessarily the emotional support of his followers. In an educational setting, this might look like administration setting schedules for the school and the teachers just following them, or possibly safety procedures of where staff meets in the event of a fire drill or something of that nature.
In coaching approach, which is S2, as shown in the orange in D2, this coaching approach is when the leader focuses communication on both achieving goals and meeting followers' socio-emotional needs. So I will show you a clip of what coaching approach is.
Do you remember when we first met? We went to that horrible part of town to buy those dreadful clothes. And I was a little bit scared. You told me not to worry about it because you had my back. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And if anyone tried to get to me, you would have stopped them, right? And when you and SJ were in that car wreck, what did you do to the airbag?
Stopped it.
You stopped it. You stopped it. This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys, okay? Listen. Okay. Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, Tony, go back. All right. Uncle Lumpy here is your tailback. When you look at him, you think of SJ and how you've never let anyone or anything hurt him. You understand me? All right, go back. Got it?
What about Collins and Mr. Tony?
Fine, they can be on the team too. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
Good boy. Now go have some fun.
Alrighty, so in coaching and support, we have high directive and high supportive style. In the clip, we see the woman, Sandra Bullock, coaching the player by having him reflect on his performance. Why she does this is so that she helps him generate ideas of how to achieve the goal. She used his prior experiences and applied that to his current situation. She knows he has it in him to complete the task and puts it into a perspective that fits his needs. So we see this in educational leadership when we are evaluating teachers around classroom instruction. We use those effective communication skills to allow teachers to be reflective in what is working in their classroom or what did happen in the observation and what was working and what wasn't working. And then we, as the coach, will give feedback and add in those key points in order to help them generate that goal or not generate the goal, but achieve that goal. Because as the leader, you are responsible for what the goal is and how it is accomplished. And that is coaching approach.
Situational leadership style number 3 in the yellow is a supportive approach. In this approach, the leader takes a high supportive, low directive style with the staff member. In this approach, the leader does not focus exclusively on goals, but uses supportive behaviors that bring out the staff member's skills around the goals to be accomplished. This style includes listening to the staff member, praise, asking for input, and giving the staff member feedback. In this style, the leader gives the staff member control of day-to-day decisions, but is there to help facilitate problem solving. This leader quickly gives recognition and support to the staff member. I will show you a clip of this supportive approach.
Alma, check your battery. Give me an A, please. Okay. Try this. Close your eyes. Visualize yourself in a room full of people, lots of silverware, people dropping stuff, talking loud, drunks, women with trays going, what are you going to have? Your voice has to carry over the din. You have to get up over all of that to be heard in the back of the room where I'm sitting, listening, straining to hear you, okay? Keep that in your mind when we do this. Sister? We call that an A with an attitude.
In the video clip, you saw the leader give emotional support, but not a lot of direction to accomplish the goal. You see this in educational leadership by encouraging teachers to step out of their comfort zone to do something new in the classroom. They have the competence to change their lesson and add technology to it, but they are reluctant in doing so. As a leader, you will need to praise them when doing so, listen to their concerns about the use of technology, and give them feedback when implementing the technology.
In delegating approach, which is S4 in green, this is when the leader offers less goal input and social support. So facilitating followers' confidence and motivation in reference to the goal. So I'm going to show you a video clip of delegating.
Lead guitar. Zack Attack. Take a seat. On bass, Posh Spice. On keyboards, Mr. Cool. And on drums, Spazzy McGee. Okay, Blondie, brace face, you're singing backup. All right, tough guy, shortstop, fancy pants, get over here. You guys are on security detail. Your job is to make sure no one outside this room knows what we're doing in here. The future of the band depends on you. Okay, your first mission, soundproofing this room. Get on it.
Can I be the band stylist instead?
Of course you can, fancy pants. Okay. Carrot Top, Roadrunner, Turkey Sub. We are going to have a lot of equipment. We're talking amps, electric guitars, maybe even lasers, and smoke machines. Now, your job is to master the transportation and operation of this technology. Seriously, without a first-rate roadie crew, we'll never have a psychedelic show. And I can't live with that, okay? I'm counting on you. Get going. Go. All right. You three, groupies. And your job is simple. Just worship the band. And you're going to be making hats. You're going to be making T-shirts, all kinds of merchandise, which leads me to your first assignment, naming the band. All right.
This clip displays a delegating approach, which is the less directive and less supportive. So we see this when the teacher gives out the jobs to the students and does not tell them how to do it, so giving no help or support. The students are to take the job and to do as see fit, to figure it out on their own. So we see this in educational leadership when a leader tells the staff, hey, we have an upcoming family event coming up. So that every single grade level needs to come up with an activity for the families to do during this family event. And that is delegating approach.
On this slide, you'll see that the styles or traits for situational leadership. They include insight, flexibility of the leader, trust the leader has with the staff and the staff has with the leader, problem solving, and then coaching. Great examples of these leaders would be Dwight Eisenhower, Pat Summitt, who was the Tennessee women's basketball coach, and then John Wooden, who was UCLA men's basketball coach.
The situational approach has strengths and criticisms. First of all, the strengths of the situational approach are the history of its usefulness in the marketplace. Many CEOs and companies use the situational approach to train its leaders. One of the reasons is because it's easy to understand and it's a very intuitive approach. It has prescriptive value in where in any given situation you can assess your perceived competence or commitment of your staff and then choose the right model. It also emphasizes leaders' flexibility. Leaders are able to change the situation or their leadership style with any given situation and any staff members that are involved in that situation. The best thing is that it treats every staff member differently. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of approach, but it actually changes with every given situation and the staff members that are involved. The criticisms of the situational approach, however, are there are very few studies that back this up. It's really hard to classify competence and commitment because they fluctuate with situations and it's not on or off. It really follows a continuum. The actual prescriptions could not be validated by Vecchio in 1987, 1997, or in 2009. The prescriptions that they found did not include demographics. They don't include, is it a single individual or is it a group? And questionnaires that have been set forth by Blanchard and his colleagues have set situations that are fixed response choices. So with that, we leave you with a handout at the end in which you can take 4 different situations of the leadership approach and see if you can choose which situation would work best for you.
Okay.
I'm Dusti.
I'm Kaytlain.
And I'm Jen Bluhm, and we are
Signing off.
Okay.
I'm Dusti.
I'm Kaytlain.
And I'm Jen Bluhm, and we are
Signing off.